let's try this again. I was filming and the camera just like turned off. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like talking here. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited for today's video. I'm always super excited to film because I love talking to you guys. But today in particular, I'm really excited because I'm going to be doing a review and demo on the new JACLYN Hill and MORPHE palette. Oh my god, I was waiting for this in the mail and I got it last night and I wanted to film with it so bad. But I like filming in the daytime because I love taking pictures with natural light. I have so many lights here in my bedroom, but I feel like honestly, they come out so much better in natural light. So first thing I did when I woke up was did my hair and I started filming. So it's super early right now, but I'm going to be doing the review on the palette. So if you want to see what I have to say about the palette, then just keep watching. So this is what the palette looks like. It retails for 38 bucks and it brings 35 eyeshadows. It comes in this cardboard packaging, which I'm not crazy about because I just prefer something a little bit more sturdy to travel with. And then it comes in white, which I've already dirtied because I'm like the messiest person in the world. And it has like silver letters in the front, and then in the back it just says MORPHE and JACLYN Hill. So this is what the inside of the palette looks like. You get 35 eyeshadows. I love that she included these pops of colors right here because they're like so unexpected and bright, and I feel like you can create so many different looks with it. There is a mixture of mattes, satins, and then I believe she said there's like a glitter pigment in here somewhere. I'm thinking it's this one right here because when I swatched it, it did have a lot of glitter with like almost zero fallout, which I was really happy about. I did swatch all the colors because I wanted you guys to see how it looks against my skin tone, especially that I'm super tan right now. I've only seen swatches with like really light skin tones. I do want to talk about the quality of the eyeshadows because honestly, in comparison to the older MORPHE palettes, I can tell that these are all new formulas. They just swatch so much easier than the older ones. I do like MORPHE palettes personally. I know everyone's different and everyone has their own opinion, but I've been using them for a while now and I honestly don't have any issues with the big palettes. Like the 35O is one of my favorites, but they do feel a little bit more like on the chalky side, so you do have to blend a little bit more. These are so soft and easy to apply on the skin and on the eyelids. I did use a primer prior to applying it on my eyes, and to be honest, I was most surprised with the quality of the shimmery eyeshadows because they didn't have a lot of fallout, and as soon as you swatch them on the back of your hand, you can tell that it feels much different than the other palettes. I actually have a palette right here to just put aside so you guys can see side to side. I mean, you can't really tell the difference side by side, but as you touch them and feel them and swatch them, you can tell that these are definitely new formulas. I actually really like the quality of these mattes. I do want to say that the matte eyeshadows are not as pigmented as I was hoping them to be, but they are really soft, and when you put them on your eyelids, I feel like they're so well made that they don't fall apart and they do blend really nicely. So you can pack them on and just make it as dramatic as you want it to be. For me, I feel like it's a good thing because when I'm blending darker eyeshadows on my crease, I don't want it to be super pigmented where I'm like having to deal with fallout and blending the product on my eyelids and just cleaning up. So yeah, I was really happy with the quality of the matte eyeshadows. I did use a few satin shades on my eyelids as well, and I had zero fallout on my eyes. You guys are gonna see the demo. I did use really dark shades on my eyes, and I didn't have to like go in and like clean out under my eyes because I didn't have a problem with that. Oh, one more thing that I didn't mention was that the eyeshadow names are not included in the palette. So you got this little slip with the palette. I think I'm just going to like glue it to the back of the palette. That way I know what color I'm using when I'm filming, because you guys are always asking me to list the names of the eyeshadows that I use. I wish they would have included it in the palette. As you can tell, mine is already super dirty, so I'm not crazy about the white packaging. The white cardboard is just not my favorite. But as for the quality of the eyeshadows, I was really happy with the ones that I used. I feel like eyeshadows is something that works differently on everyone because not everyone has the same eyelids. I feel like some people have oily eyelids, some people have more drier ones. It all depends on you personally because, like I said, it just works differently on everyone. And for me, I love using a primer on my eyelids. I feel like In order for my eyeshadows to show up or just blend better and last longer on my eyelids, a primer is something that I have to use on my eyes. I did use a primer today. So that's basically what I think about the palette. I want to jump into the demo so you guys can see them in action now. I'm just going to start off by priming my eyelids. I'm using my MAC Soft Ochre. I'm going to go in with this vanilla shade. It's called a Beam, and I'm using a Real Techniques medium shadow brush, and I'm just going to set basically the primer I just applied on my eyes. I'm taking this mustard yellow shade, it's called Creamsicle, and I'm going to work this into my crease. This was the color that I was most excited about because I really wanted the last palette that I did a review on to have a color like this, just because I feel like it would have completed it, but it didn't. So I was really excited to see it in this palette. And then I'm going to go in with Hunts, which is this rustic red shade. And I'm going to use the same brush. I'm just going to work this into my crease. This color is very pigmented. I just want to use it to gradually work darker colors into the crease. That mustard shade into my crease and just blend it in together. I'm going to go in with this dark brown eyeshadow, which is called Central Park, and I'm going to work this into my crease as well. I'm building up the color because this is a very dramatic look, so I'm starting off with like the lighter and then working it up to like the darker colors. Now on the outer parts of my lid, I'm going to go in with this black eyeshadow. When I first used it on the other eye, I was shook, let me tell you, because it blended out so well and it was so creamy, but it didn't have a lot of fallout. You're going to see right now as I use it on my eye, but I'm going to go in with a pencil brush and just pack this on the outer V of my lid. Once again, I'm going to go in with that mustard shade and the crease blending brush, and I'm just going to blend everything in together. Do you see that though? Like, I had absolutely no fallout with this black eyeshadow. I always like to do the ultimate test with the black eyeshadow because it is very difficult to find a good black eyeshadow that blends well and doesn't ruin the rest of your makeup. Now using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, I'm just going to basically carve out the front of my eyelids. I do recommend you use your fingers when using these types of shades right here because they're so creamy. So I feel like to get the most out of the eyeshadow, the finger will be your best tool. So I'm literally just going to dip my finger in. So pretty. Do you see that? Just literally gonna like place it right on top. Do you see that? That is gorgeous. I'm gonna go in with this really tiny, precise Real Techniques brush. This is great for detailing makeup, and I'm just literally going to fill in the lines. Just gonna go in and apply a little bit more of that black eyeshadow just to blend everything in together. So to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone, I'm going to go in with Beam, which is this really pretty vanilla shade. It has just a tiny bit of shimmer in it. I feel like it's the perfect highlighting shade. So I'm just going to take a Real Techniques smudge brush and I'm just going to apply this right on my brow bone. Pop that right in the corner. So after I put this eyelash on, I went to highlight and contour my face, and I left the concealer on for too long so it dried up and it kind of like made a dry patch on this side of my face. So I had to remove the entire thing, not my eyes, just my face, like my entire foundation, concealer, contour situation, and like do it all over again. So I feel like now it looks much better and fresh. So I'm gonna go in and just smoke out my lower lash line. I think I want to do a little warmer color under the lower lash. So I'm gonna go in with the same color that I used on the crease. This is in the color Hunts. I'm gonna go back in with Soda Pop and just pop this really close to my lash line. So I'm pretty much done with my eye makeup. I love how it looks. I think it looks amazing, and let's move on to my final thoughts on the palette. So this is the final look. I love how it turned out. This makeup is just like the perfect amount of pop of color, yet it still looks dramatic enough. Like, I don't know, I just love this combo. And by the way, on my lips, I'm wearing Anastasia Beverly Hills in Ashton with Hover Lip Liner by MAC. I feel like that's the perfect combo. But anyways, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I feel like this month has been crazy with makeup releases. Like, there's a new product like every day. I'm like, oh my god, like there's another new one. It's like so hard to keep up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below if there are any other products that you will want me to review here on my channel. I would love to do it for you guys. I just love makeup in general, and I get so excited and happy for new releases. And when other YouTubers do stuff like this, I just get really happy as well, because it's really nice to see other people progress and do amazing things in life. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Congrats to JACLYN Hill, and I will see you guys in my next one very soon. Bye.